pleased to present this report on therapeutic modalities in treatment of offenders in the Philippines. This report aims to provide a comprehensive overview of various approaches and programs implemented by the correctional institution in the Philippines to address the rehabilitation of offenders. We will delve into the complex relationship between human rights and the treatment of prisoners, exploring legal frameworks and international standards that guide this process. Furthermore, we will examine the different types of punishment and their underlying purposes, while also highlighting the crucial role of restorative justice and promoting healing and reintegration for both victims and offenders. First topic, human rights and the treatment of prisoners. The Philippine legal framework, rooted in the 1987 Constitution and bolstered by international human rights instruments, the dignity and the rights of all individuals, including prisoners. This commitment is reflected in the basic principles for the treatment of prisoners adopted by UN General Assembly in 1990, which emphasize respect for inherent dignity and value. These principles underscores the fundamental respect owed to all prisoners, regardless of their offenses. For example, the Philippine Constitution prohibits torture and other cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment, ensuring that prisoners are treated with respect and dignity. Non-discrimination. The principle of non-discrimination ensures that prisoners are treated equally regardless of their race, color, language, religion, political opinion, and other factors. This principle is evident in the implementation of programs and services within correctional facilities, ensuring that all inmates have access to the same opportunities. Retentions of rights. Prisoners retain basic human rights and freedoms with limitation imposed only when absolutely necessary for maintaining security and order. This principle translates into access to legal counsel, the right to communicate with family and friends, and the opportunity to engage in education and work programs. Access to education and cultural activities. Prisoners should have to access educational, cultural programs to foster personal development and facilitate reintegration. The Bureau of Correction offers various educational programs, vocational training, and cultural activities to promote the rehabilitation of inmates. Access to health care. Prisoners should enjoy the same healthcare standard as those available in the community without discrimination. These principles necessitates ensuring the prisoners have access to preventive, curative, and rehabilitative healthcare services. Reintegration. Creating favorable conditions for integration after release. It is a critical component of the rehabilitation process. The Parole and Probation Administration plays a crucial role in supporting reintegration through after-case services, helping ex-offenders find employment and reconnecting with their families and communities. Second topic, punishment and human rights violation. The purpose of punishment extends beyond deterring crime. It also encompasses the rehabilitation of offenders and the protection of society. This delicate balance requires a nuanced approach that upholds human rights while ensuring societal safety. The report examines various forms of punishment, including capital punishment. The Philippine Constitution currently prohibits capital punishment or the death penalty. Imprisonment remains a primary form of punishment with different lengths of sentences depending on the nature of the offense. Fines are often imposed for less serious offenses as a form of financial penalty. Community service. Community service is increasingly employed as a rehabilitative measure, allowing offenders to contribute to their communities and to atone for their actions. It is vital to acknowledge that the application of punishment can sometimes lead to human rights violations. These violations may include genocide, the systematic killing of a group of people based on their race, ethnicity, religion, and other shared characteristics. Torture, the intentional infliction of severe pain or suffering on a person, often to extract information or a confession. Arbitrary arrest, the detention of an individual without legal justification or due process. Violation of economic, social, and cultural rights. These rights include the right to work, the right to education, and the right to adequate health care. Third topic, restorative justice as a rehabilitation program. Restorative justice has emerged a vital component of rehabilitation programs in the Philippines, promoting healing, reconciliation, and reintegration for both victims and offenders. Restorative justice seeks to address the harm caused by crime, not only by punishing the offender, but also facilitating a process of healing and repair for all parties involved. The PPA has taken a leading role in implementing restorative justice programs. These programs often involve peacemaking encounters. These community-based gatherings bring together victim, offender, and community member to engage in open and honest dialogue, fostering understanding and reconciliation. For example, the PPA facilitates peacemaking encounters where victims can share their experiences of harm and offenders can take responsibility for their actions. The report outlines potential outcomes of restorative justice process, including restitution. Offenders may be required to make amends for financial or non-financial losses they have caused. Community work service. Offenders may contribute to their communities through work service programs, offering a meaningful way to atone for their actions and rebuild trust. Counseling. Victims and offenders may benefit from counseling to address emotional and psychological trauma, as well as to develop coping mechanisms. To ensure fairness, voluntariness, and confidentiality, restorative justice programs often adhere to a specific procedural safeguards. These safeguards include informed consent. Participants must be fully informed of their rights and the nature of the process before participating. Confidentiality. Discuss and agreements reached within the restorative justice process are generally kept confidential to encourage open communication. Impartiality. The restorative justice process should be conducted by impartial facilitators to ensure a fair and equitable outcome.